mission of the Holocaust and Human Rights Education Center is to provide professional development for Lower Hudson educators on teaching about the Holocaust and the lessons of the Holocaust. We have a very important mission, and that is to make sure that these lessons continue to be taught to students. It's teachers who have to basically continue to relay the messages of the Holocaust. And so it's important that we provide opportunities such as this trip for teachers so that they can continue to do the work that is so important to be done. It's one thing to study it in a classroom in the United States. It's another thing to study it or view it through films. But to be able to walk the walk, we hope that will resonate with teachers as they continue working with their students. We also want to emphasize the human rights aspect, and so in doing that we focus in a little bit on what happened in Germany and Poland to bring about the collapse of communism in the early 1990s, as well as back in Germany to look at how Germany has become a nation of immigrants, which is very different than its historical past when it provided a racist exclusionary policy under the Nazis. Here in Berlin, we visited a number of monuments and memorials that the Germans have erected to commemorate their victims. We visited the Wannsee House, where the final solution was hatched by the upper echelon of the Nazi regime. Sachsenhausen concentration camp in Oranienburg, where we had the opportunity, working with a professional guide, to walk through the concentration camp or the remains of the concentration camp to get a sense firsthand of what that experience might have been like. We're then going to leave Berlin and we're going to be traveling to Poland, Warsaw, site of the very famous Warsaw Ghetto. And then we'll go on to Krakow, where we will visit the most infamous of the extermination camps, Auschwitz. Single teacher will have a ripple effect over time by the number of students that teacher is working with every year. I think if we learn about the past, it may help us to at least illuminate to our students so they become what we today refer to as becoming upstanders. That part of the lesson of the Holocaust is that too many people stood by while the Nazis victimized Jews, gays, Jehovah's Witnesses, etc. And that what we want students to do is to understand they have power in standing up when they see bigotry, when they see racism and homophobia, anti-Semitism. Learning the lessons firsthand can therefore convey these messages to their students.